Welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. I'm a level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at Chainlink. We're going to do a checkup starting on the 4-hour, then we'll zoom out to the daily and the macro weekly. Look what we need to be focusing on, the short time frame and the long time frame, bulls and bears. Always look at both sides of the coin. Let's get right to it. So starting off on the 4-hour, a little bit of strength showing up here, but it's a little too early to tell. We're still under the 200 EMA, this pink line right here. So until we get above that, we can't get too optimistic, okay? So let's look at a zone right here. We have our swing lows, we have some swing highs, and we also have our previous, what we just hit, right? Our resistance right in this zone, right? Swing lows, swing low. If you put on closing prices, you can see a little bit more clear. Swing highs here. And not only that, but we want to include the 200 because that's the hurdle we want to clear. So here's our resistance zone until proven otherwise, $10.75 to around $11. If we can get above that, momentum builds even more. What else do we notice? I'm glad you asked. We have the Bollinger Bands here. What do we notice here? This lower pierce and then a rebound immediately from the lower Bollinger Band to the upper Bollinger Band. You see that? Tag here, tag there almost immediately. That's a sign of strength. Just like doing the opposite is a sign of weakness. Do we have any examples of that? I'm glad you asked. Let's look right back here. How about this move? Right? We tagged the upper Bollinger Band and almost immediately to the lower Bollinger Band. Sign of weakness. Does that usually continue? Yes. Look what we did, right? Upper to lower, weak. Continues down. Lower to upper, strength. Likely continues up. We want to have some more ammunition. Do we have anything else to back up that theory? Yes. We're holding above the 21 EMA, the yellow line. That's always a good sign. Look what we've been holding as resistance. The 21 EMA. Look at the closing prices. How many do you see above that yellow line until very recently? Look at that. We've got above it, closed above it, held it as support. Good sign. And when you do the opposite, that's a bad sign, right? Bears and bulls start to gain control when you either lose the 21 EMA or hold the 21 EMA. Not only that, let's back it up further. How about the Gaussian channel? We're still red, but we zoom in here. What do we notice? We're starting to get to the top portion of the Gaussian channel, which by definition, you start to turn more bullish, which is why you see these fluorescent green candles happening. When you're in this top part of the Gaussian, you start to become more bullish by definition. However, we do have our lines in the sand, so to speak. Look at the 21, the yellow line, and the median Gaussian channel, right? It's right at the same level. So we do not want to see a close back below here. We should probably paint this red, right? That would be bad. So if we start to close back under this level, again, around 1035 level, then it starts to lose some strength. So if we want the bulls to continue this momentum, which we've proven a couple points that they've started to gain some momentum, we don't want to give it back. So 1035 on the short time frame, it's only on the 4-hour, but you got to start somewhere. All right, so now what? Let's zoom out to how about the daily chart? Here's the same levels. There's that zone that we need to clear. That gets us back into the daily Gaussian channel. We're still bearish. Why? The Gaussian channel's red, so by definition. You're also under the 200 EMA, so you can't get too bullish there. And that's way the hell up here at 1350. So we can't get too excited on Chainlink bulls until 1345 or whenever we get to it. The 200 EMA needs to be taken out and then held as support. So we could put our resistance zone on the daily a little bit higher. You see these previous swing lows where we nuke down to our low, and then our highs, right? Here's our highs, right? And closing prices again help demonstrate this, right? Previous low close before you nuke down, rejection here, double retest, right? So far it's just a retest of the lows. We definitely don't want to take that out, right? That we could paint that as our no-go zone, right? That would be ultra bad. So we have bad line, bad zone. So to the bearish side, those are the two areas. To the bullish side, we have two areas here. So let's climb back above 13 on the daily chart, and we could start to really gain some bigger momentum. Now let's go out to the biggest chart, the macro, and look at the weekly. We have our Gaussian channel here. Here's our daily bull zone, and not only that, but just above it, you see the median Gaussian channel around 1350. leveling off. It's starting to level off here. So we need to, make haste to this, but we could even drag this zone all the way over here. You could see how bullish started to hold this as support, and we starting to get bearish. Like right as you lose this horizontal support level, surprise, you started to lose the median line on the Gaussian channel and turn more bearish by definition. Not only that, but we see the weekly 200 is now, in jeopardy of being lost for multiple weeks in a row here. So we need to, let's clear the noise here. Right? This is of the utmost importance if we want Chainlink to gain some ground here. And let's, look at our macro support zone is down here. Right? Here's our red zone. Previous resistance becomes new support. See that low wick held so far? That should be holding. But let's make no mistake, right? We're in the lower part of the Gaussian, so we can't expect some kind of big move like this. Unlikely until, you guessed it, we're holding that median line as support, right? See how we broke above it, started turning green? Those are your wake-up signs. So again, once we get back above around the $13 area for Chainlink, that's when we can start to fuel the rockets and the flannel flames. All right, that's what we're looking at. 1350 on the macro scale. Until then, we're trying to hold on for dear life until Bitcoin decides what the hell it's going to do. Until Bitcoin dominance tops. Altcoins, Chainlink included, are probably on the charts for kind of just chopping around. If we want to get bullish, it's simple. It's right here, right? 1350. We can start to talk more bulls. Until then, let's hang on and start to, just focus on the shorter time frames to kind of get our head on straight and focus on what the potential lines in the sand are for the bulls and the bears, right? We have all those defined now on the shorter time frames. Here's the bigger time frame, and let's look at one more macro, the monthly. What do we notice here? Gaussian channel. We closed below it in August. We need to get back above it in September. So we have 20 days. All we have to do is take out the median line, which is 1192 right here. So we don't want to give this away. Here's our 50-month EMA in this green line right here. You can see where we're holding that as support. That'd be fine, right? Ideally, if we could get back above the 21 at 1286 at the end of this month, then we've got some potential bullish catalysts, because that would be a long lower wick back to back. That would be a huge, warning sign to the bears that the bulls are getting ready to take back over. So $13, fingers crossed, on October 1st. We see that. Alrighty. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next one. Quote and card of the day. The past cannot be cured. If you can't fix the past, if you can't cure the past, then stop worrying about it. Learn from it and move on. Card of the day. Card of the century, it should be called. The Centenario, appropriately. Lamborghini. My favorite Lamborghini ever made. Hands down, it's not even close. The rear is just artwork. Look at that rear. Damn. Damn, boy. The diffusers are just epic. I love it. Look how fat those tires are. Like 13-inch wide tires. Just my favorite. I just so happen to have a yellow one right here. There you go. There's the rear. I had a green one, but it turns invisible because I got the green screen. You want to see it? The invisible Roadster. Green. Here's the yellow. All right. The invisible Lamborghini. You can only see it here. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching this long if you have. 47 gold stars. It's been a while.